Hello everyone and welcome to our Properties of Life Note video. So in this video, we're going to dive into the 7 characteristics that scientists have agreed make something living or non-living. And in the science community, we like to call things that are living biotic and things that are non-living abiotic. So now let's dive into the 7 characteristics of biotic organisms or living organisms. And let me just make this clear. You have to have all 7 of these in order to be living. If you're missing 1 or 2 or 5, you're not considered a living thing in the science world. So the first one is cellular organization. And this just means the smallest possible thing of life, the smallest organism is a cell. Cells are considered alive, and all other organisms like frogs, like us, like gorillas, like whatever you can think of, bugs, they're made of cells, and those cells then make tissues, which can then make organs, which can then make organ systems, and organ systems are what makes us. But the simplest unit is a cell. All things are made of cells. So you have to have cells in order to be alive. The next one is homeostasis. This is the maintenance of a constant internal state in a changing environment. So think about when you're working out and you start sweating, or when you are really, really cold in the winter and your body clenches up, your muscles start to like clench up and flex. That's your body trying to maintain homeostasis when the environment around you is not what your body is used to. Metabolism. So this is the sum of all chemical processes that occur in an organism. Plants have a metabolism. They convert the sunlight into energy. We have a metabolism where we convert our food that we eat into energy. So do animals, so do cells. Everything that is living has some type of chemical process that they can convert whatever they're intaking to something else, and so on and so forth. So the next one is responsiveness. This one I think is something that we tend to forget about, but responsiveness is living organisms responding to their external environment. So your alarm goes off, you wake up. That's you responding to something externally. For a bug, if I swat it, maybe it moves out of the way. Or if I swat a bee, it comes and stings me. It's responding to its external environment. Our cells do this too. All living things respond to an external environment. So reproduction, all living things have to be able to reproduce. And that includes cells. Cells reproduce. We reproduce, animals reproduce, bugs reproduce, plants reproduce. So reproduction is the process by which organisms make more of their own kind from one generation to the next. And with reproduction comes heredity. So living things have to be able to pass down their genetic information from the parent to the offspring. So our parents created us. They pass down their genetic information to us. Animals do that. Cells do that. And we're going to get into cells, Unit 5 and Unit 6, where we'll kind of talk about how cells pass down genetic information. The other big piece of heredity that isn't a property of life, but just something to know, evolution is the process by which new organisms can develop from pre-existing species over several generations. So heredity really in turn can cause evolution to happen, but it's not a property of life. Our next property of life is growth, which seems counterintuitive. All living organisms grow. And as living organisms grow, they can change and develop. We start out as babies, and through our lifetime, we grow and change and develop into adults and then elderly people. So cells grow, animals grow, plants grow. Everything that is considered alive is able to grow and change. So those are your 7 properties of life. There's this video if you wanna watch it. This presentation will be on the Canvas page, but it just talks about what is life? Is death real? All of these different ideas. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and watch it. Otherwise, that concludes your note video.